You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party adventures across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Mekzim, played by Taylor. A Learlock Bloodhair, Harengon cleric whose fate seems determined by luck itself, played by Joey. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And Bodyknock Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. And welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, the podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. If you're enjoying the podcast, give us a rating and a review on your podcast app, and check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/lootdummies. That's LOOT Dummies for an all-new campaign, access to our Discord, homebrew files, and 3D printed miniatures mailed directly to you every 3 months. Let's get a quick little recap and get back into the show. In the last few episodes, the party has been working their way northeast into the Rotwood, aka Romsverdi, at the behest of Talik's cursed sword, the Longsword of Pallid Light. The sword has told Talik that we're getting close to the location of its master's grave, and he needs to plunge the sword deep into the chest of his old master to release the curse. The party comes upon the castle, deep in the woods, surrounded by a trench moat filled with a green gas. As they're discussing their next plans and arguing over if Talik has control over his own ambitions or the sword is leading him to do evil things, zombies burst out of the gate on the bridge leading to the castle and attack the party. During that fight, 3 undead ogres come charging out of the castle onto the bridge, causing the bridge to collapse. The party falls into the moat, but is able to dimension door their way up and out of the trench. They finish off the last of the ogres, who are trying to climb up and out of the trench. And Bodyknock asks Talik to throw the sword in the trench, and to be done with this. In a moment of clarity, Talik walks over to the edge and attempts to throw the sword, but is unable to. After some back and forth with the rest of the party, Pomerel eventually casts a command spell on Talik and commands him to drop the weapon, which he does, and then Pomerel runs over and kicks the sword into the trench. Learlock is able to cast Dominate Person on Talik, and they begin riding their horses away from the sword as fast as they can through the woods. When the spell wears off, Talik freaks out and jumps off the horse and takes off running back towards the sword. And that is where we're going to pick up here.
Okay, so y'all make it about a mile away when Talik comes to on the back of Revenge and just starts going, "Oh, let me go!" He has to get back to the sword. In fact, how are y'all riding?
I'm in front. I'm riding front.
Tied up behind you?
Yeah.
You throw yourself off the horse immediately, the second you gain control.
Oh, dickhead.
And stand up and just start sprinting back towards the castle.
It's like your friend that gets blackout drunk on fucking Broadway.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, the right player. We got the right player and everything.
Exactly. I mean, you're playing it well.
Can I attempt to, again, cast Dominate Person?
Yeah, you can. If you've got the spell slots.
Yeah, that's my last 5th level. Talik needs to make a Wisdom 16 save.
How long does bless last?
Not
So-
20.
Not 20.
Unfortunately.
A minute.
A minute. Okay, so it runs out at the same time.
I'm motivated.
So he shakes off your dominate and is running back towards the sword.
I'm going to keep pace behind him as he's going that direction.
I'm running with my hands tied.
Yeah, his hands are tied behind his back. I'm gonna say that slows him down.
I'm gonna turn around on Jeffrey and go back because I'm gonna go back towards the sword and try to get to it before this fucking idiot.
Okay, yeah, you can easily outpace him on Jeffrey because he's running on foot with his hands tied behind his back.
Pomerel full on form tackles him. Just absolutely fucking lays him smooth out.
Okay, being bound, you'll have disadvantage on your strength check to avoid
This is amazing.
the tackle. Pomerel, regular roll on yours, disadvantage on Talix.
Not one on mine.
Oh,
So I rolled an 8.
15 with disadvantage.
he hits you in the back and he wraps you up and you just power through it. You drag him for a few feet and
Beast
eventually eventually you just pull your legs out from his grip and just keep going.
Shedding tackles like a prime running back.
So Pomerel, annoyed by this ridiculousness, issues a command, and he commands Talik to halt.
Okay.
He's
Wisdom
like,
save, Talik. I love how y'all are targeting Talik's terrible, worst save by far.
I'm making so many rolls, I'm crying over here.
He's special.
What's the DC? I think he failed it.
17.
Well,
fails.
do I get the +5 and the bless?
No, you ran away because you shook me
He
off.
ran away. Yeah, he was at least a few feet away.
Okay, that failed.
It would definitely take Pomerel a second to go before he cast it. Okay, so he stops for one turn, right?
Yeah, and then he gets fucking form tackled from behind.
Okay. I'll give you that one for free since you had commanded
No,
him
he
to
doesn't
stop.
try to form tackle him. He walks up behind him and he fucking cricket bats the back of Talik's head with the blunt end of his sword.
All right, make me an attack roll. You can do 2 attacks because you have extra attack.
Get him out. Knock him out.
Oh, not one!
Oh my god, that's
My
a miss.
God.
Second attack.
He's winded from chasing me.
Oh, an 11 to hit, so missed him both times.
Definitely doesn't hit
And
Talik.
winded, he can't get to. He's just like,
The way
son of
you
a
hit
bitch.
me with that one, it just didn't hurt.
Yeah,
This literally parallels a dude like busting out of the back of a cop car, shaking the car,
Shaking the
running off.
tasers off.
You'll never catch me. Alirlock, what do you do?
Polymorph.
Oh, what's the
Wisdom
save?
16.
Wisdom
Nail,
16.
motherfucker.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like your drunk friend that you go find and bring him home and put him in his room, and then he
gosh,
busts
you're giving me
out.
flashbacks.
Okay, a 2 on this wisdom save.
So he
Okay.
turns around to yell some obscenities, and it just goes. The ropes drop to the ground, and a slug is perched atop them.
All right.
So how long is he gonna be slugged?
Talik is going to be a snail for an hour. All right.
Snail for an hour.
We need to fucking get out of here.
Can my snail have a little black mohawk?
Sure.
It has to.
Thank you.
Like turbo.
Here's okay. Question.
Wait, hold on. Body Knock was running back to the sword. What is Body Knock doing? You turn around, you see them assaulting him, and then he goes and shrinks. For all you know, he got dimensional portal because you're pretty far at this point.
I'm a snail. I'm Gary.
I'm gonna pull the reins on Jeffrey and double back to them because I was just going to try something that's probably gonna get me killed. Now I don't really think I need to try that.
You're like, oh, thank God, I didn't want to do that anyways. Okay, so you're headed back. All right, so y'all have an hour. I won't set a real timer this time because you have a lot more time to figure things out. So y'all are,
Hold on.
yeah,
That's-
y'all.
Back up
Can
for
I
a
tell you
second.
what I'm doing for an hour?
Yes, Snail Man. I assume y'all put him in like a bag or something.
Yeah, he's in some kind of container.
We got like a pot we can weld shut. I got some universal solvent, but I don't have any universal glue.
Ooh, let me go inventory see what I got.
Yep. Remember, bags of holding only have 10 minutes of air.
Even better.
Oh, good. So we can suffocate him and then DB&O him and then pull him out.
Oh, the time on that would be really scary.
Oh yeah, I like it. Okay. Does Pomeril think he knows, is aware of, what does Pomeril think about what will happen if the sword is destroyed?
Y'all can all make me either Arcana or History check, or sorry, Arcana or Religion checks. I will take either one.
Oh,
11.
7 Arcana.
Wait, can I reroll skill check?
You can.
That one?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
If it's a
hell
Wow.
D20, you can re-roll it.
yeah. Nat 20.
You went from a 1 to a 20.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. 23.
So, in Body Knock's worldly experience,
I'm very cultured, by the way.
he's seen a couple cursed things here and there. He's seen some guys strung out on cursed items. From what you know, Body Knock, generally, if an object is cursing someone, if you can somehow destroy it, supposedly, then that should break the curse. The problem is, cursed items are generally also very durable items. Otherwise, they would have been destroyed a long time ago, and wouldn't exist.
Do we know anything about the sword or how it can be destroyed?
I'm going to tell y'all something that the characters probably would remember. Y'all found this sword in the castle with all the goblins.
The fort.
The fort, in a chest with a wisp, and with it was also a locket. Y'all sold that locket, I believe, to Mr. Debilia's wife.
Yep.
Yep, I think you're right. God, that's way back. That was the very beginning of the campaign. Fort Red Shield.
Yep, y'all made history checks on the picture of the person in the locket, but failed them, and then y'all sold it.
Is it possible
Yeah.
for this to be considered a short rest for an hour?
Yes, y'all can take a short rest for sure.
Thank God.
What about me?
No.
In slug form?
Slug.
I don't
That's
know.
fine. I was mostly joking.
No, I'll give you a short rest. You're just hanging out as a slug. You're recuperating.
Man. Yeah, how far would it be for us to get back to the locket, basically, at this point?
Back to Bilyatok? They did a hex crawl to get up to where y'all are now that took, multiple weeks of in-game time and multiple months of playtime.
I'm just brainstorming, man.
No, I like it.
Mr. Learlock, is there anything that your gods can do to help us with this thing that we call a sword?
It's very unlikely. I can try talking to the Lady Luck and see if her fortune favors us this day. Mechanically, I don't know if I can do that right now or not.
So, I don't know if you guys remember when you cast the Remove Curse spell to get rid of his lycanthropy. What else happened?
Yeah, I do remember the sword getting big mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was also the sword reacting, and maybe it's hard to say.
I called Donatello Muginelli up, see if he knows anything.
Donatello Muccinelli.
Oh,
I don't
hell yeah.
know that anybody else knows about him.
That's why I speak scroll of inventory. I was like, give him a ring.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
phone a friend.
You did, yeah, phone a friend, phone a weird old, a strange ally.
So there's 2 different things I could do, but I think that would probably not be considered short resting. So I can absolutely undo my rest. I remember the HP that I was at.
Talk me through it. What do you want to do?
Okay, so the first thing that I was going to try that may not impede a short rest would be Divine Intervention. Just recently acquired such abilities.
Walk me through divine intervention. Is that where you get to actually talk to your god?
It's bequeathing a request to your deity, and if your roll is less than or equal to the player character level, then the deity intervenes.
Whoa.
Your DM chooses the nature of the intervention. If successful, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. But that's on a D100 percentile die
And you're trying to hit your level, which is 10,
or lower.
So
Damn.
there's a 10% chance.
10%. And the effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate as far as like grabbing the nature of it.
That's one thing I could try. I could try the remove curse ability again. I don't know how much that is considered short resting.
Both of those are like an action, so I'm not worried about the short rest.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I'd probably consider it more than just a single action because
But it is an
the
action.
nature
Rules
of
as
the
written.
ability.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rules is written. Yeah, probably that's correct.
Which, I mean, honestly, I think that makes sense because if you're like in need, like it's hanging off of a cliff, you're like, God save me! You know,
Yeah.
you can use it
Okay,
in
that
that
makes
scenario.
sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm good with that. So it's just an action.
Okay. Then I will take the time to kneel in front of a polymorph contained Talik. I will attempt to request divine aid.
Okay. I want you to send it to just me.
Live stream it.
Yeah, that works.
Fucking stressful, man.
This is wild.
Now don't react, Joey.
We get 2 more readable ones.
Pick your lucky ones too, not just readable.
I don't roll them enough to know which one's fortunate or not.
Hmm. Yeah, I see which one's which.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. All right. So y'all are about a mile away because you sprinted for a minute, but now you've stopped.
So Pomerel's just sitting there thinking to himself, I'm gonna have to beat this guy unconscious. That's what's gonna have to happen. If Learlock shit doesn't work, I'm gonna have to beat this guy unconscious. I like Talik. I don't want to kill him, but I'm just gonna have to beat on him. I just don't know how we're gonna tie him up again.
Oh yeah, he's not tied up because he went polymorphed. We'll say you gathered up your rope, Body Knock.
If you would allow me to, in our current state, I can also do a 3rd level remove curse.
Yeah, you can cast a 3rd level remove curse. Also, it's just an action.
I'll grab the coin and speak a couple words under my breath and cast remove curse on the snail.
Okay. You cast it, and the magic fizzles around him, and does sparks and stuff, and
And it cast at 3rd level.
cast it at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything before Talik unpolymorphs?
No, I don't think so. Is he gonna be naked when he unfolds?
No,
No.
you keep your
That's a
gear.
weird question.
The gear morphs with you, but I'll say that the bindings weren't really gear, because that's more of a condition that was applied to him.
Okay, well, no, I'm good.
Okay. Talik reforms out of this snail creature. Taylor, what does Talik do?
Talik looks around, pauses for a second. Then he takes off in a full sprint and jumps up on Revenge and takes off towards the castle.
So the moment he bolts, Pomerel goes for a tackle.
Okay, yeah, y'all make me athletics rolls.
Yep. Dirty 20.
God bless.
Oh.
21.
Oh, so he goes to shove Pomerel down, and Pomerel just buries his heels back and just pushes him back down.
Grapples him.
Okay, so you've got him grappled, but that's only going to be a round. What's everybody else doing?
I'm so spent.
Damn, this is intense.
Pomerel just yells out, "Start bashing him in the head. We gotta reset this guy's brain."
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna touch Talik, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level.
Wow.
Wow, this is wild.
But is it an advantage since he's prone?
I don't know that I'm prone. I think I'm just grappled.
Yeah.
I thought he was tackled. I'm sorry. Well, that's a 12, so that doesn't hit.
Okay, Body Knock, what are you doing?
This is quite the pickle.
That's a fantastic question. Like, I could shoot him in the head with an arrow, but he's my buddy.
If he dies, he dies.
Moral
Oh my God.
dilemmas. I mean, I guess I could rope him up again, but that doesn't seem to last very long. Can we tie him to a tree?
Well, he got polymorphed, and so it fell off when he got polymorphed.
Is there a tree nearby?
Yeah, but to get to the tree, you could delay your turn until after Pomerel's. I was going to have Pomerel go next. And Pomerel could try to move him with his grapple towards the tree.
Or we can just let him go back and get the sword and go into the castle. I mean, guess we gotta go with him, though, if that happens.
Hey, man, this is D&D. Y'all don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I could go back to that porn grotto.
Yeah, the porn grotto.
AKA the grotto. Playboy Mansion.
Just a hive of scum and villainy.
Truly.
Scum and villainy.
So do you want to, delay your turn and say, Pomerel, get him to a tree. Let's tie him up.
Let's try to tie his ass up right here.
Just in the dirt.
Then we'll drag him to a tree. Yeah.
No, here's what we'll do. I'll go ahead and roll that sleight of hand, try to tie him up, and he can just sit on him again if he wants.
Okay.
He seems to be into that.
All right, what do I roll? Athletics?
No, you don't get to roll anything because you're already grappled. You already rolled that. So I'm going to give Body Knock a chance to
14.
sleight of hand you. Okay, so I will say that the ropes are good enough that he will be grappled, even if the DC would be 14 if he wants to try to break out, but he's not restrained by the ropes.
Okay.
Like his arms are tied.
So then Pomerel is going to try to drag him over to a large tree while his hands are tied.
Yeah, you can definitely do that because you have him grappled, so you can move. It's your turn, and his turn will be next.
Okay, so I drag him over to a tree and hold his back up against it, and I'm going, Talik, I have not known you long, my dear friend, but you must calm down. You must fight it. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to drag him over and press him up against the tree and implore him to chill out.
All right, and then it is Talik's turn. You are grappled both by the ropes and by Pomerel. You currently have a movement speed of 0, and you could make attacks at disadvantage. You don't have any weapons drawn or anything. You can do basically everything while grappled. You are also welcome to roll a wisdom save each turn to try to overcome it, if that's something that you want to do.
I think as I look at Pomerel and listen to him, you see me kind of snap out of it for a second, and I'm going to try and roll a wisdom save and see if I can fully pull myself out of it. Ugh, 7.
Yeah, that even with all the bonuses in the world, you're not going to make it.
So you just see this crazy look come over me, and I show my bottom tusks, and I'm just going to scream and be like, fuck you, you don't understand, and try and bust out.
All right. You just make me the athletic checks first, because if you don't beat a 14, you're not even going to bust out of the ropes. And then we'll see if Pomerel needs to roll one.
17.
Okay, so you bust the ropes. Pomerel, can you hold him?
19.
Damn. He just keeps overpowering you, just barely. It'll be Learlock's turn next.
Sheesh.
Oh,
This is bad.
okay. I'm going to do a second level inflict wounds on Talik. That's an 18 to hit.
He does not have his shield, so that hits.
That is my AC.
4d10. 24 damage.
So you just rack him with pain. Talik, it's like he's cutting you from the inside out.
Ah!
You're not right now, Talik.
I just snarl.
Body knock.
Yo.
Tie him to this tree.
Okay, I'll tie him to a tree again.
Okay,
Roll my fleet of hand.
give me the sleet.
That's going to be a 25.
25.
Ooh.
Okay, he is restrained to the tree, so that has more mechanical negatives.
Mhm.
Like everything against him is at advantage, everything he does is disadvantage.
Sure.
And then obviously he's 0 and tied to the tree. Speed is 0 and tied to the tree. And the DC is 25 to break free.
Damn. Okay. Solid.
Okay. Paul Morrell was next.
Pomerel uses a non-lethal blunted side of his sword attack and just bashes Talik upside the head, and a single tear streams down Pomerel's eye.
Oh. Give me the roll. Advantage.
Good, because that was another nat 1.
Oh my god.
16.
You don't have the heart to really do it, so you hit him, but not hard enough to do any damage.
So he closes his eyes and gives it a real swing this time.
It's like at my old Yeller
Yeah,
moment.
23.
Alright, there's the hit.
6.
Okay. I'm still looking really
I was about to say,
good.
didn't you have plenty of health?
I got a short rest as a slug.
Slug rest.
Slug rest.
Becoming a slugfest.
Yeah.
Slug rest, slugfest.
So that'll be Pomerel's done.
Alright, it's your turn, Talik.
As they smack me and hurt me, I'm gonna try and make my wisdom save again.
Oh, okay.
See if I can snap
All right,
out of
all
it. Oh, 17?
22?
He doesn't have bless.
22?
No, it's expired.
That's a fail.
God.
Hold on a second. What's your modifier?
Well, it's -1.
So even with the +5, you can't pass.
Oh my. Okay. So I'll take 2 swings at somebody with disadvantage, restrained.
Okay, just unarmed strikes.
Rolled a 12 on the
Okay.
first one, misses everybody. And then rolled a 17 on the second one to hit Pomerel.
Miss.
Okay.
Pomerel's the one right in front of him, so I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's all I can
So
do.
you're trying to kick him. You're fighting. Learlock, what are you gonna do? Let's play this out real. See what happens.
I'm going to cast Bane on Talik.
Okay.
And Talik needs to make a charisma save of 16.
Charisma
Okay.
save. You might actually pass that one.
Charisma save. Yeah, I have good charisma. Well, no, +3.
Well, pretty good.
18.
Yep.
So I save.
Okay. Body knock.
Okay. I'm going to take my sock off. I'm going to take all my gold and silver coins and put it in that sock.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
And I'm going
god.
to hit him in the head with it with the intention of knocking him out, not killing
Sure.
him.
We'll call it a 1d4 weapon,
Okay.
and I'll give you sneak attack on it because your buddies are there.
Well, I said I didn't want to kill him.
Well, if you take him to 0,
You could do
yeah, if you take him to
non-lethal
0 with
damage,
non-lethal, then he goes unconscious,
Okay,
but doesn't make death saves.
You said it's a 1d4 hit.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, that's a hit.
Getting the old coin sock, buddy.
I'm gonna fill a pillowcase full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of you.
You see, you said just a D4 for damage.
Yeah, but then you do get sneak
Okay.
attack because your buddies are
I
there.
roll that too. Okay, so that's a 4. And then 18. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there you go. 22 damage.
Let's go.
I'm less than half. Yeah, I'm getting low.
When are you gonna fucking learn?
Body now it's Pomerel's turn.
Ilirlock, is there anything we can do?
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes people cross the threshold of life,
Yeah.
and if they ever come back, there's a chance they could be different.
I see. And Pomerel just, with deep resignation in his heart, swings the blunted end of his sword again at his new friend Talik's face. With advantage.
Mhm.
So that'll be a 16 to hit.
Ah, misses.
Then a 26 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
6 damage.
Okay. Back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's back to Talik.
All right, I'm gonna try and make the wisdom saving throw. Oh, go ahead.
We determined you can't do it without modifiers, without a bonus.
That's right. So I'll take 2 disadvantage swings. I'll swing at Pomerel again. He's the last person to hit me, so that's why I'm...
Yeah. And he's the most in your face. I assume he's still kind of holding you even with the ropes.
Right. First one. Ooh, 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I think they both hit. I rolled a 19 on the second one,
Okay.
both with disadvantage.
So they both hit.
My God, that's crazy.
They just do 6 damage each, so 12 damage to you. I swing my bound hands like a club at you. Okay, that's all I can do.
Why does it say your unarmed strike to 6?
It's just what it says. I think it's something to do with my fighter level.
Ah, okay. Because it should just be your strength bonus, but you've got one more than your strength bonus, but you might have something from your fighter.
I
that gives
deal a
it an extra
1 plus strength bludgeoning. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it is always 1 plus. That is
Yeah.
what melee attacks do. Okay, it's 1 plus strength. Yeah, okay, so 6 damage. Damn.
So
Hard
12.
12 damage. My God.
I think that's all I can do unless I can try and break out.
No, you'd have to use your action to try to break out.
Okay.
Let me ask you, Talik. Is Talik going to try to break out? Or is he going to keep fighting back?
I think he
On
would
his
keep
turns.
fighting back, just
Yeah,
in his
okay.
nature. I mean, don't you think that makes sense?
I agree. So we're going to fast forward this because it's going to be really dark. Because basically, y'all are all just going to wail on him for a little while longer until he goes unconscious and falls limp in his ropes. And we're going to end it there for tonight and figure out what y'all are going to do with this guy next time.
Sheesh. Brutal. I love it. That was awesome, guys.
Whew.
Terrible.
Whew.
What a session.
That was intense.
I'm a morally great person. I'll beat the shit out of you with a coin sock. I don't care.
Literally made a coin sock to wail on him.
Yeah, HA.
It's all. I just imagine him doing it like, fuck, I can't believe I have to do this again.
I tugged at some heartstrings when I gave my ring to Learlock. Joey was like, oh, man.
Jeez.
I hate all of you for the amount of pages I've written tonight.
So good.
Oh, your
Such a
poor
good
hand.
session. That was fun, guys.
That was super fun.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I don't even
Yeah.
smoke.
Just for context, a long session is usually about 3 or 4 pages. This one's 8 pages.
My God. Oh man.
Man,
So much shit. Wow.
That was insane. Falling into the pit, the double dimension door. Yeah, that was awesome. All right. Well, I've got to go to bed. Good night, guys.
I'm sure you
Right.
do. Good night.
Man, tonight.
My gosh.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us.